Early in the morning,
What's going on, people? It's your boy Shoutout Juice. Up with the best, the greatest, Lani Good Good with a good man.
Hey.
Say hello to chat to the people there, man.
Hey, what do you call your camera?
You know what? I've started calling them juice heads.
Hey, juice head! What's poppin'?
We're back, man. Obviously, by the way, this ain't the first time me and Lani have done videos together. We've done videos in this exact same spot. If you check them out, actually, because some of them are a bit. Actually, I think the last one was a bit X-rated. You know? But definitely check that one out. Anyway, today we're gonna be talking about what we're talking about today. So today we're talking about why the dating scene is so trash, basically, in 2022. Now, I've come out with a few different things in there when I was at work, talking, kind of planning the video.
Okay.
And I'm actually intrigued to get your perspective on this, because I'll be honest, I don't really date that often. I haven't really been a crazy dater, but I've still got strong opinions on why I believe.
Why? Why haven't you been a crazy dater?
Why haven't I been a crazy dater? Because I've been single for 5.5 years now.
Okay.
It's nearly 6 years.
That's by choice.
That's by choice.
I can tell.
And it was because the first 3 years my mental health was just all over the place. I wasn't really in the place I couldn't love myself. If I didn't love myself, how could I be with someone else, you know? But the next 2 years was more because I started YouTubing it and stuff. My priorities changed. So I thought, and there's always going to be something else there. There's always going to be something else that comes up that makes me not want to. Maybe I've never really wanted to get married, to be honest with you. I've never really cared about a lot of things that a lot of people care about. So that's kind of why I'm not really out here dating like that. But let's all get.
I think your good subscribers are going to be really, really heartbroken.
You think they're going to be heartbroken?
Yes. How dare you say that?
Right, I'm not dating. Obviously, I could be with you for one night, But anyway, guys, listen, let's get straight into this video, man. Like the video if you hit the bell to be notified for me, subscribe, all of that. Lani, put the socials, man. Say the socials real quick for them.
You don't know the thing, Lani Good. And if you're here from Channel 4, because we all know that Cam was in a documentary recently, so he's like a celebrity now. Do you know what I mean? If you're here from the documentary and you don't know me, I'm Lani Good Good.
Lani Good Good.
Yeah, find me.
So welcome.
I can't believe I'm sitting next to the living legend, Big Willie. Cam. Can't believe it.
Why are you again? You're gonna upset. You're gonna upset a couple people. You're gonna get me in trouble. I swear.
I want to sit next to you.
Yeah, I don't even saying that. People gonna be looking like, why? What are they doing?
Guys, I only know about it because I watched the documentary like everyone else. I'm just a fan. How do you being on Channel 4? But I did say congrats. That's a big deal, though.
No, you did. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And you didn't even know I was on there. You just tuned in and you just saw me on there.
I know.
You know when
you kept that quiet.
You know why? I didn't actually want to tell anyone because I didn't know how I was going to be portrayed in it. So I thought, let me watch it first and then I'll start talking.
Yeah, but baby, that thing can't go under the radar. It's on Channel 4 main page.
Do you know Shane got even posted?
Yeah. It's not gone under the radar.
Nah, still. In terms of the topic then, so dating, the dating scene, the dating game. I'm gonna kickstart why I think it's so in the bin. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let's start with social media.
Oh, that was my answer.
We know what, because you know what, go, say what you think, why do you think social media is literally ruining the whole thing for us, basically?
I think if we didn't have social media, it would be better.
I agree.
I mean, it's social media, there's going to be an umbrella. Oh, by the way, sorry guys, my outfit is the only thing I have. Anyway, moving on. Moving swiftly on.
And by the way, that thing on her breast, it ain't a love bite, I didn't do nothing, it's
a fake bruise.
It's a fake.
It's a sticker.
Okay, calm.
Yeah. Let's not get Cam in trouble. I know he's got many fans now since he's been on the Big Willie documentary. I'm trying to cock block him. Your DMs must be full, I'm just saying.
They're not, you know.
I
swear, about four messages, I reckon, 4 or 5 messages.
Yeah, and then they're gonna go up.
I don't even.
I'm the type. I would DM.
Oh, you would DM?
I'll be like, what's poppin'?
So you're on Channel 4.
I saw you on Channel 4. Anyway, sorry. Social media, I think.
2 jokes, yeah, go on.
I think there's an umbrella of things that come under it, right? But I'm just gonna give an example from a woman's point of view.
Okay.
That I think plays a factor. So it's an obvious one, but I think sometimes it's hard to appreciate what you have at home when you are constantly reminded of your options.
Okay.
Constantly reminded of your options, and I think it takes a very, very mature person to appreciate what they have in front of them is top tier Wagyu beef. Right?
That Wagyu, trust me.
Because at the end of the day, like, especially I think when you're immature and you're like young-minded and maybe you're excited and you want big gal, at the end of the day, no matter how beautiful, because you can have a 10-10 woman in front of you that cooks for you, but then you're gonna go online and then you're gonna see another pretty girl, but maybe she's got a bigger body, maybe she's got, do you get where I'm coming from?
100%.
I feel like it sometimes ruins people's perspective on reality. And what about obviously that's a looks thing, but things even like comparing your relationship to someone else's.
100%.
You know, Valentine's Day maybe you get a very lovely
100%.
set of roses, and they're lovely. Roses are expensive. You know, like you can buy like literally like I think like 20 roses is like something crazy, like £120. Yeah, roses are really expensive. So they're really expensive, especially if you buy them online.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, 50 roses is 500 quid. Yeah, so what I'm trying to say to you is imagine your man actually buys you a good set of roses that's a good amount of money, £100, £80. At the end of the day, on Valentine's Day, when you go online and you see that some influencer, she doesn't even have to be an influencer, some other baddie, and you think you're on the same level as this baddie, got a bunch of roses that you know cost £5, you're looking at your man like, I just think
Get your money up. Nigga.
But it's vice versa. Guys, I think everyone, but that's my umbrella. What do you think of social media?
You know what's funny? When I was looking at my notes, or when I was making my notes at work, I separated the 2 points you made, but you're right, they come together. So I made social media in comparisons as one, but then the fact that we're part of a generation where we always think the grass is green, other options. But actually you're right, social media plays a part in that because you're constantly looking at other options, etc. For me, the comparison thing is such a good point, but with my ex here, the ex that I haven't been with, 5-6 years now, she always used to be like, oh Cam, so-and-so's bought so-and-so flowers in their relationship, why don't you kind of be a bit things like that? And Lani, do you know what's so frustrating? Because me, the way I'm a critical thinker, I'm like, yo, do you actually know the reason why they bought him her flowers? They could, for all you know, they could have had a big bust up and he's actually just giving her flowers to say I'm sorry or whatever. She posts them on the story. We only see highlights in social media anyway. We only see highlights. We don't see, if me and you together, we argue, we're not gonna showcase that online anyway. We're only gonna showcase the best parts. It does give people options, and I do believe we're part of a generation where we do get a bit complacent. There's options like, because anytime there's a bit of a rocky road or whatever, we're already looking for the exit door. Oh yeah, cool. So previous baggage. Everyone now has got some sort of baggage.
This is true.
I like, me personally, you know what? I take that back. I don't actually have baggage, you know. Like if I
trauma.
Okay.
But trauma is baggage.
So you're right. Okay, cool. You're right. So you're okay. In terms of that, sorry, I thought I was actually speaking romantic baggage, but you're 100% right. Baggage. You know what? You just touched. In fact, you're actually touching on the points I made here because I literally said everyone's mental health. I was just like, everyone's mental health is in hell, and you're right.
Yes, it's true.
Everyone's fucked. Yeah. Everyone, especially in this country, we're all depressed. We're all anxious, and we do carry that mental baggage. We carry that trauma with us. So when we enter these relationships and it hasn't been ironed out, what's your opinion on terms of mental health and baggage and how that affects people, like the dating scene, then, for example?
I feel like it is very difficult to have good mental health and date in 2022 in this society. I personally,
hence I've been single, by the way.
I personally have so obviously your subscribers won't know this and your viewers. I've been dating women. You know this.
I know this.
Cam knows this. I've been dating women for the last 2 years, maybe 2.5, maybe almost 3. I'm not really sure about the number. But I've taken time away from men. That's why I'm sad to say this, but that's why I'm okay. That's actually the truth.
I feel you.
That's actually why I'm okay. I feel like I feel very comfortable with women because I kind of like I get them. I don't maybe we don't get each other. I know we do, but we don't. Like, do you know what I mean? A woman can never understand a man really in that deep way. Not the way men's friends can. And I feel like that makes it difficult. When I used to date men, my mental health was in the bin. And I was depressed. I was just dating and depressed. And I feel like with women, part of the reason, I'm only going to talk about women because I'm not really sure what men go through, but part of the women, the reason I think women can date and be in a strong relationship but be depressed is because we're always chasing something. I feel like first when you start linking, you're chasing for the title. So you know what I mean? Even if it's casual, even if it's a date, you're trying to get cuffed. And then chasing that is actually quite like jarring your mental health, because if you get rejected, not even rejected, but if he is not on it for whatever reason, he's not there yet, he's working on himself, girls take it personally. I don't know why, but girls take it personally. And then even if you do get cuffed, women start chasing the ring. Like what the fuck? So
you always want more, man.
Yeah, women are always chasing something, and then maybe after that they're chasing the baby. And to be honest with you, I think it's a dangerous. Cycle, and I think it's kind of toxic.
Do you think if you're a woman here and you're, say for example, you're mental health in the bin, and you're constantly dating men, for example, do you feel like that's you filling a void, like trying to fill some sort of void, maybe of trauma that you haven't worked through or something? Like, would you think that's the case?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like if your mental health's in the bin, I really don't think you should be dating anybody. The only reason I'll be so real, a lot of people may think like it doesn't, you can have casual sex maybe and it won't affect it, but it does affect it, because like, especially like, actually, would it affect a guy?
So, I know friends of mine and men, like, when you talk about if you sleep with someone, how it can affect your like emotions and stuff, things like that.
No, if you're a man and you know that you shouldn't be, you're not in the right space to be dating,
okay.
Will casual sex affect you mentally?
No. So I'll be honest with you, that's how I've been since I've been single, innit? Like, it's just been casual sex with situationships. It's never been, obviously, I've seen people, like, you know what I'm saying, I've seen people or whatever, and then something will come up where it's not. It could be a culture clash or whatever, where it might not have the longevity that I originally hoped for or whatever. But
so I thought you didn't want longevity.
No, so, okay, cool.
These last 5 years.
No, so eventually I want the one partner. I don't, as I said, I don't really care about marriage too much, but I do want that one partner. I want the one partner and the kids and things like that. I just don't know if it's actually feasible and if it's actually got longevity, because I don't even know if I believe in monogamy in terms of like, I want one person. I want to be monogamous. That's what I want to say. I want to be monogamous and have kids, but I just don't know if that's even the play. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, what I was going to say is that in that time, I've just been having casual sex, and like, it doesn't really affect me. So like,
it affects women.
It does affect women, innit?
Yeah. It affects women because women, no matter what they say, secretly women want to be desired, and not just sexually. I think women put their value in somebody telling them. Women put their value in silly things like a man like buying them flowers.
That's nice though, isn't it?
Yeah, like they like to be, it's a respect thing. Women want to be treated with respect, and sometimes with casual sex, I'm sure because you're a nice person, I'm sure you're one of the more respectful casual sexers.
Yeah, I'm not a dickhead, trust me.
Right, but I think like it's very, like at some point a woman will feel a little bit like, even if they're both getting something out of it, even if like, for instance, because when you have sex, like, if you're just servicing the other person, obviously you'll feel that shit. But even if she's getting service and she gets like half an hour ahead or whatever, like I think with women it'll still take a toll on her.
Oh, another point. Everyone's broke.
Okay.
Like, it's cost of living.
Oh yeah.
Everything's expensive.
Yeah, true.
Like, and dating is expensive.
Yeah.
Especially if you've got women who want to be treated like well or whatever, they want to be taken out, etc., etc. Me. People know me, I'm an advocate, I'm a big advocate for equality, you know, 50-50, but I mainly 60-40, I'll always go a bit more, I know you ain't gonna like that one.
No, you can.
No.
You've got a big one, so we'll compromise with you, darling, but go on.
So like me,
I'm gonna let this go.
Wait, keep guessing me still. So it's like, so I don't mind 60-40, but the point is, dating's actually expensive, so like, if everyone's broke, the dating game's finished, because what are you gonna do, unless you go for, then again, I suppose you have to think outside the box and go for 3 days, you know, walks, they're nice, maybe like pumpkin picking since it's Halloween, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, what else is there? What else is free? If I was rich then, it would be a lot easier to date, because I could actually have the experiences, you know, that I would want, rather than just forcing some free, I don't know, man.
I feel like, because we're talking about, being broke, even though yes it's expensive, for me, and I think for a lot of people, money and with your career is one of the biggest contributing factors to your mental health.
Big facts.
So we're going back into mental health. I just think it's like, I think it's like number one, and I think it's the main reason men commit suicide.
It is.
Not necessarily money, but all that stuff to do with your career and that kind of stuff, And For me, before I started being ambitious, when I was very content with being an Insta baddie back in the day, and I just finished uni, I feel like I used to love more pure.
Okay, that's interesting.
That's so weird. And I think the reason I used to love purely I'm talking about when I was 22. Yeah, because I think the reason I used to love more pure is because I used to love men purely based on who they were.
What do you mean? As in like who they are as a person?
Yeah.
Like, as you got a bit older, maybe you become a bit more superficial.
I think most of us do, unfortunately. It's really bad, and this is why we're in the bin. Because
in the bin.
Excuse me. I feel like that young, childish love, where you love someone based on who they are. That innocent love. That's the pure thing, and I sometimes I really want to go back to that, but it's really hard. And let me tell you why. When your petrol is costing a certain amount of whatever, or you've got burnt by people you've loved purely. How can I say this? It goes both ways. So the same way you grow up and I now start to desire, because I've got a mortgage and I've got a car, I might desire my partner to have a certain wage. I also feel the pressure that men want girls that have like a BBL or I'm not saying this, but I feel like women do feel like this. So basically I feel like when you were young, you didn't have as much of that.
Yeah, no, there's less pressure in it.
Yeah, I feel like it was natural bodies and it was you going on the bus with your babes. Do you know how pure that is?
Yeah, that's pure still. Now,
do you know how pure that is?
See, now it's not even taxes. You better pull up in a nice. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pull up in something nice.
Yeah, you have to put up in something nice, and then the girl probably feels pressure. Let me tell you something. I've had some of my friends go on a date and borrow my handbags. So you're taking a girl on a date and she wants a certain life from you. I'm not saying you, but a guy is taking a girl on a date. He wants like a girl that shows that she wants a certain life. But the shoes in the bag she's wearing her friends. I've had girls borrow my shit. Yeah, but they wanna look a certain
like society's expectations of like a drip and things like that.
Exactly.
Yes, that's interesting.
And I feel like the point I'm trying to make is I don't think we had that as much.
Yeah.
When we were kids. The most purest I've ever loved, first relationship, I was 18. And we used to get the train together. I would never do that with a guy now. No, but like, who's getting on the train?
Who's getting on the train?
Like, I'm not doing that, but like, why can't I get on a train? Because I have bills.
Yeah.
And because I feel stressed. And I don't want... and then the second person I loved purely, I was about 24.
Okay.
24.
Okay.
I was still at my mom's and the person was still on the grind and the come up. And it's just really sad.
It's wholesome, and it's a real wholesome love.
It's so wholesome, but that is the best love and that's the purest love. But what happens as a grown up, even if you stay with that type of person that you purely love, you're both gonna get pressure from society.
Yeah.
So the guy's gonna grow up and he's gonna think, actually, where's my career going? Actually, what am I doing? Actually, where's my money? And the girl's gonna think, actually, am I the latest girl when we go out? Actually, should I have my breasts done? Actually, and I just think that ruins it. And I think that's why we're fucked.
We are fucked. Give me a dating horror story. It could be a girl, could be a boy, could be a celeb.
No to the celebs.
Yeah, no tea.
No, just ill. When I blow, I'm gonna spill the tea on this.
Okay.
On the other celeb.
Okay.
But yeah, the
oh, the celeb, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I blow.
Yeah. When you blow.
Yeah, no, not now.
Nah.
So no. Okay. So story time. I've done this story time, but you're obviously. What do they call the juice heads?
The juice heads.
They won't know it. So I was dating this guy and I really liked him, like a lot.
Is this the one that you did recently? The story you did recently?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, so I've done this story ages ago.
Okay.
But yeah, I really liked this guy. He was tall, gorgeous, and successful. Like basically perfect. You know. But nothing is perfect. How can we be beaten and your other team is buzzing the door because you're airing her? Yeah, she was buzzing. So then he everything was fine during the beat. Everything was going fine, and then when the buzzing started, she wouldn't stop. It wasn't like, you know, like maybe sometimes someone's looking for the wrong part.
Yeah, no, she's going for it.
She's going, non-stop. So then he ended up going soft because he got
just
like
shook,
stretched.
anxious, yeah.
And then I think he thought after a while, because he got soft and he got hard again. Like it was this is like literally 10 minutes.
Yeah, this is just.
He got soft and was like, no, let's continue. And then he just got hard again. Tell me why she shut the door. So she got up somehow. If you stay downstairs at an apartment for long enough, you're gonna leave
Someone's gonna let you in, yeah.
Someone's gonna let you in, or someone's gonna be coming in. She got in and she's knocking on the door, and the problem with that when that happened is it was the second time, but the first time we weren't having sex, we were sleeping.
Oh, okay.
And a girl, she didn't buzz up.
A different girl.
A different girl.
Wow, he's active.
He is such a.
He's active.
So and the thing is that the thing I didn't like about him is he lied to me.
Okay.
It wasn't like he told me what's up. He made it seem like
you're the only one.
Yeah, I'm the only one. I was acting with his eye.
Nah, for the yes.
So he went on the balcony. Weirdo. He went on the balcony, I think, to look see if he could see cars. Yeah, I think he was looking for a police van.
Okay.
They obviously was looking for a whip. So I decided when he went to the balcony to go to the door, to look out of the door, to look out of the peephole.
Okay.
And I saw like.
Why didn't he just do that?
I don't know, because I don't think he wanted her. So once you can see it move.
Oh, for real?
I think he didn't want her to know he was home. If you're looking, you can see the
like little something.
Yeah, like a little light, because it goes from dark to light. So I went to look. I saw a black girl. She was on the phone. Yeah, and she was like, I know he's in there. She's on the phone saying that to her brethren, and she's crying. She's bawling and shaking. And when you see, exactly. Like this is like you're in love.
Oh wow, yeah.
So I'm thinking, what?
Nah, how they
like it's not even. This is not even like a thing. Like this is like let's be real.
Like
even
a wifey.
Yeah, even if but even he's the type of person who's scared of titles. But even you don't need a title to know what it is,
man.
You don't need a title to know what it is. Like this girl, you're kind of serious with this girl because why is she crying? I decided to lock myself in the bathroom because I just don't want drama, and also I was a little bit vague at this point, and I didn't want people to enter my DM, so I went and locked myself in the bathroom. But I could hear everything. He eventually opens the door, and all I heard was pow, 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 pow.
What?
She was punching him up.
What? As in, you're seeing this now?
No, I'm hearing it in the bathroom.
Oh, so she doesn't know you're in there.
She knew.
Oh,
but she was in the bathroom. But yeah, she started punching him. She was punching him up, yeah, and screaming at him and basically fucking the shit out of him. And then I called my mum crying. I said, "Can you come and get me?" my mum always knows about my love life.
Okay.
Yeah, so she knew I was dating him. So she came and got me. I was really upset though because I really liked him and he had a sweet demeanor. Yeah. But his biggest weakness is that he likes women too much. Yeah. And even though I'm gonna say something controversial, even though I don't think it's necessarily a problem to sometimes want to spice it up and sleep with more than one person. What I do think is a problem is at the very minimum, if you can't be completely monogamous sexually, you need to be. I don't think it's a lot for a person to want you to be monogamous with your heart.
Yeah.
And your emotions.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
You cannot be like whispering sweet nothings in my ear and whispering sweet nothings in another person's ear. That's completely a vile. Absolutely not. I'd rather date a cat.
Yeah.
No, because like, what are we talking about? Like, fair enough, people get horny. Like, if you want to put your penis in another hole once in a while, me personally, it's not a big deal. But how can you love another woman? And I'm supposed to feel secure in that. My mental health is meant to be A1 with that. The fact that you actually have feelings for next girl. I'm not even like worthy of you loving just me. But he was really fucked up. He's the last guy I was with. He's the last guy I slept with.
For real?
Okay. I saw him at a party. He's just a really effed up dude. He's a really effed up.
Okay. And after that, well, that's why you went to women, didn't it?
No.
Was it not?
No. The woman thing just happened like randomly.
Okay. You didn't scare your Mandem.
I'm not scared of Mandem.
Okay.
I can handle them. Just know, like, the thing with me is like I'm not an easy person to date because I am not naive and I am not like other girls. Like I don't, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm very clued on now because of everything I've been through. Yeah, and like you just can't, like nigga, like I know.
Yeah,
like,
I know the game now.
Yeah, I know the game. Like you can't play me. Yeah. And but what I mean by I'm not an easy person to date is I don't follow rules. So how you know how like a guy will try to pattern his babes and be like I don't you know, obviously I don't expect you to go from a phone. That's not allowed. I don't expect you to pull up at my yard without telling me. Listen, you can't tell me shit. Yeah, I'm going to do.
You're just gonna do.
You come home and I would have printed all the messages. Like you would walk in the door and I would put them on a press presentation PDF. I don't care. For me, as long as I protected my heart and I am not naive and blind to the madness you're doing, I feel like that's me putting myself first.
Anyway, guys, we've got another video to shoot right now. Alani's literally about to get into a whole heap of different outfits that I need to rate. So, just to conclude, like, for me, I would probably rank social media and mental health as the main two reasons why dating is just so difficult in 2022, man. Everyone's insecure, everyone's got baggage. It's hard to go into something when you haven't actually worked on a lot of things that you need to work on personally. Not to mention social media is always more. You've got options, you've got people comparing themselves. No one's ever really happy in the moment present.
I also want to add one more thing. I feel like our parents' generation, you know how you said mental health and I was talking about careers? I feel like our parents' generation or our like grandparents or just basically the older generation, I feel like in terms of careers, they had more normal careers, if I'm real.
Not so creative bait and all these things.
And I feel like financially, like they were all in a similar bracket. I'm not saying, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying some people didn't do really well. Yeah, they did. But now I feel like it's normal to see a black person who has done ridiculously well. Like, you know, like a footballer or someone that's opened a business, whatever. Or for a fraud boy, who knows, yeah? Point is, you can see someone who's done ridiculously amazing, and then you have the humble people, like the really humble people. And I feel like obviously social media showcases it more, and all this stuff trickles down to how people feel about themselves. There's way too much competition, there's way too much pressure on men. I feel like before, being with a good man is a man that's an accountant. Now girls don't want an accountant, they want ballers. But back in the day, baby, they wanted an accountant.
It's true.
They wanted an accountant, a doctor, teacher. Well, they don't want that now.
No, it's true.
And I feel like all of these things have really like effed us up, and if we keep having these disgusting expectations on each other rather than seeing each other for who we are, we're just gonna end up alone, all of us.
Right, man. I feel you. That's an interesting point about a career. Society just basically ultimately evolved into a way where we, as I said, we should just be single and fucked, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking. But anyway, what's it called?
We'll all line up for Cam's Willie.
Just line up.
For Cam's Willie.
Start the queue then. Ain't no one waiting for me, man. You have to start the queue still.
Put aubergine in the chat, in the comments if you're in the queue for Cam's Willie. If you're in the queue for Cam, you're actually killing me, man.
Man.
I'm gonna see how many they are.
I'm sure it'll be done, man.
They'll be loads. Make sure.
Maybe me from different accounts. Anyway, guys, man, Lani, thank you so much for being on my channel, my love. Thank you. Obviously, you know the vibes, man. Is it Lani _good the Insta?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. Lani _good. Just type in Lani, she'll pop up, man. You know, there's only one Lani Good Good in this thing. You know the vibes, man. Like or subscribe. What the hell do I know, man?
We out.
I'm just man. It's face.